Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of ezBUCKETz. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you love NBA trades. We're going to be looking into the future and talking about superstars that could be traded in the 2021 offseason. The NBA trade deadline just passed, and I'm gonna be honest, not a lot of blockbuster trades went down, and that's why for this summer, I want to see some crazy things happen. So if you're a big NBA fan, I'm gonna tell you this: some of your favorite NBA superstars might just be on the trade block. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about NBA trades. I'm gonna be completely honest, the best part about the NBA is when an NBA trade goes down. The mystery of a team getting better or a team getting worse, that just excites me, and I'm pretty sure it excites you guys too. For this video, we're gonna be talking about some of your favorite NBA superstars, talking about their chances of potentially wearing a new jersey this offseason. During an NBA offseason, there are so many rumors about this guy, that guy, but the 8 superstars that I'll be talking about today are the most popular and the most recent when it comes to NBA trade rumors. The first NBA superstar is Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards, and Beal has been a very popular trade target for a long time now. When you talk about one of the most loyal players in the NBA, Bradley Beal is definitely on that list because he's been with the Wizards ever since he's been drafted. But a lot of NBA fans out there believe that if Bradley Beal does not get help anytime soon, he should and must request a trade. Bradley Beal is having a monster season so far. He's averaging about 31.3 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And I genuinely believe that if Bradley Beal gets traded to a team, that he could have a partner that can score at a high efficient clip, but also be a great defensive team, Bradley Beal would simply be an MVP candidate. As I'm making this video, the Wizards are ranked the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference, and I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to making the playoffs, I don't believe they're gonna make it. They're not even gonna make the play-in tournament. So when talking about this offseason, I wouldn't be surprised if Bradley Beal just simply calls it quits. From what we're hearing so far, Bradley Beal does not want to leave Washington. He wants to be loyal all the way to the end, but if there's one thing I learned about the NBA, anything is possible. The next superstar on this list is Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns on the Wolves, and I believe he's a very popular center that could be wearing a new jersey very soon. When talking about the Wolves this year, they actually have the worst record in the NBA. They currently have a record of 12-36, and in my opinion, they have been at the bottom of the Western Conference for a long time now. Karl-Anthony Towns has been in the NBA for about 6 seasons now, and during the 6 seasons, Cat has tried to make the Wolves competitive, but in those years, he has not been successful. The farthest they've made was the first round in the playoffs, and of course losing. There are so many rumors out there that right now, the Wolves are trying to rebuild for the future, build around their new rookie of Anthony Edwards, and in my opinion, it's not a bad idea. And with Cat right now being their best trading chip, they can get a lot of great assets in return in exchange for Cat. A big popular rumor is Cat going to the Warriors, joining Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson next year, and I believe with the Warriors having a lot of great trading assets, I wouldn't be surprised if this trade ultimately goes down. But game by game, loss after loss, the Wolves are slowly getting fed up, and I wouldn't be surprised if this offseason, they simply blow it up, trade away their current franchise player. The next superstar on this list is Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors, and this right now is an under the radar rumor because Pascal leaving Toronto, a lot of Raptor fans are gonna be surprised. But oh boy guys, this season, the Raptors have been terrible. They currently have a record of 18-30, which ranks them as the 11th seed in the East, and from what it looks like, they actually might not make the playoffs. If you guys are big Raptor fans and keep up with the NBA, so many times this year, Pascal Siakam has been suspended. Pascal Siakam has gotten into fights with his head coach of Nick Nurse. Pascal Siakam simply is frustrated, and from what it looks like, the Toronto Raptors might not be focusing on him for the future. Of course, 2 years ago, Pascal Siakam signed a 5-year max contract, so trading him right now wouldn't be a smart move, but ultimately, when it comes to the emotional factors, if both parties are unhappy, I wouldn't be surprised if I start hearing Pascal in some trade rumors. The Raptors have proven to us in the past that when it comes to pulling the trigger, making a blockbuster trade, they're not afraid to do it. We all know that DeMar DeRozan trade for Kawhi Leonard resulted in them winning an NBA championship, and maybe trading Pascal to rebuild around Fred, maybe rebuild around Boucher, maybe rebuild around OG might be the best thing for the future. But I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, Pascal being traded is not a popular rumor, it's a quiet one. The next all-star on this list is DAngelo Russell of the Timberwolves, and he's in the exact same situation as Karl Anthony Towns. During last season, DAngelo Russell signed a 4-year contract with the Warriors and ultimately ended up getting traded for Andrew Wiggins. In my opinion, was a great move for both sides. But this year with the Wolves doing so bad, as I mentioned earlier, they're the worst seed in the whole NBA. The Wolves right now want to build around Anthony Edwards, and their point guard of DAngelo Russell might get in the way of Anthony Edwards' development. A few years ago when DAngelo Russell was on the Brooklyn Nets, I believe that was his best season. He became an all-star, but of course with him not being able to stay healthy, getting hit with injuries there and there, I genuinely believe that set back his career, and DAngelo Russell's value right now, it isn't the best. If the Wolves ultimately believe that his health isn't the best thing for the future, I wouldn't be surprised if this offseason they trade both Cat and DAngelo Russell, maybe to one team and kind of giving them a fresh start. With DAngelo Russell being so young, I still believe he has a lot to prove in the NBA, a lot to offer, and right now with the NBA still valuing him as one of the better young point guards, the Wolves can get a lot in return, especially a high draft pick. In the games that DAngelo Russell has been active, he's averaged about 19 points per game and 5 assists, and I believe these numbers are a great contributor as maybe a third option on a championship contender. The next superstar on this list is Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls, and when talking about Zach LaVine, he's one of the most popular shooting guards that could be a great beneficiary to a championship team. When talking about the Bulls, they're in the exact same situation when it comes to a not successful franchise, putting Zach LaVine in the best possible scenario. Right now, their biggest flaw is how bad their defense is, especially on their backcourt. That's why they ended up putting Kobe White as their backup point guard and starting Thomas Satoransky. But with so many NBA fans wanting to see Zach LaVine on a winning team, maybe the Lakers joining LeBron James, people are telling Zach to request a trade. But when talking about this year's NBA trade deadline, they made a great move that I believe could possibly keep Zach longer. They brought in Nikola Vucevic from the Orlando Magic. Nikola Vucevic and Zach LaVine are a new duo in the Eastern Conference, and maybe the Bulls might not want to trade Zach LaVine and see how these two do in the upcoming season. The Bulls right now have a record of 19-27, which ranks them as the 10th seed in the East. They might actually make the play-in tournament, but ultimately I don't believe they're gonna make the playoffs. As a Laker fan, it would be so awesome to see Zach LaVine in the purple and gold. That's why he's on this list. But there are so many NBA teams out there that have interest in Zach. The New York Knicks are one team, even the Golden State Warriors. And with the Bulls right now loving the attention, I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy goes down. The next superstar on this list is John Wall of the Houston Rockets. And when talking about the Rockets, I'm gonna simply say this. They're in a full rebuild mode. They just had a fire sale in this year's NBA trade deadline. During this season, they traded away James Harden, which in my opinion, they didn't get a good return. They got Oladipo, but then ultimately ended up trading Oladipo for nothing, and then they also even traded PJ Tucker. The Rockets right now are one of the worst teams in the West, and I don't see them being competitive in the near future. From what we are hearing, they're trying to build their future around Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood, and with John Wall there being the elephant in the room, I generally believe he's gonna be traded this offseason 100%. I still believe that when John Wall is healthy, injuries are behind him, he's a great point guard, one of the best, but of course with so many lingering issues there and there, especially with his knees, I believe his NBA trade value is decreasing season after season, and that's why right now, with him having a pretty good season of 20 points per game, the Rockets might want to trade him before John Wall's value decreases again. There are so much rumors that the Miami Heat want John Wall. There are so many rumors that the Clippers want John Wall. And with John Wall still being in his prime, I want to see the Rockets make a good move, a good trade this offseason that maybe gets them a future asset and of course puts John Wall in a winning situation. The next player on this list is Russell Westbrook of the Washington Wizards, and he's in the exact same situation as Bradley Beal, a part of a team that isn't going to give him a winning opportunity. And when talking about Russell Westbrook, he is simply a winner. During this past offseason, the Rockets ultimately traded Russell Westbrook in exchange for John Wall. In my opinion, it was a good trade for both sides, but of course, with both teams being unsuccessful in the trades, I believe John Wall and Russell Westbrook is going to be on the move. When talking about Russ this season, he's putting up monster stat lines, putting up triple doubles night in and night out. He's averaging about 22 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. I believe Russell Westbrook is an MVP, and if he's on a winning team, NBA fans are gonna recognize him more. I said it earlier, I don't believe the Wizards are gonna make the playoffs this year, and despite Bradley Beal being loyal, I believe the Wizards might actually be thinking of a possible full rebuild and fire sale. If Bradley Beal becomes on the market, I believe Russell Westbrook will also be on the market, and this will attract a lot of NBA championship contenders, such as the Lakers, such as the Clippers, such as the Bucks. A lot of NBA fans would simply love Russell Westbrook's attitude when it comes to winning. And the last superstar on this list is Stephen Curry. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, Stephen Curry being traded is very unlikely. It's kind of a dream come true, and if it happens, it would simply ruin and shake the NBA. The reason why I'm putting Stephen Curry on this list is because recently we got rumors that during the NBA All-Star game, LeBron James has been trying to recruit Stephen Curry to join the Lakers. And of course with this happening, NBA fans everywhere are saying LeBron and Stephen Curry would be an ultimate duo that would be unstoppable. Imagine LeBron, Steph, and Anthony Davis. I'm gonna say this though, the only way this is possible is if Stephen Curry himself goes to the Warriors front office and says, hey, I want to be traded, I'm not happy here. So I'm gonna say this, he's never gonna do that. Stephen Curry is one of the most loyal, respectable NBA players. He's loyal to the Warriors, he's loyal to Dub Nation, so it's not gonna happen. So Stephen Curry leaving the Warriors is definitely a near impossible event. But I'm putting him in this video because I want you guys to imagine how fun it would be to see LeBron James and Stephen Curry on the same team. But I do want to say this, next year I believe the Warriors are going to be one of the better teams in the NBA. They're going to have a better and more established Wiseman. They're going to have Klay Thompson back. While they still have Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Steph on their roster, I believe the Warriors are not going to be in the situation they are this year. Right now the Warriors are fighting for a playoff spot, but next year I see them being very comfortable in a top seed. But my favorite part about making these videos for you guys is simply dreaming and just imagining the impossible. And Stephen Curry being traded, it would just be so entertaining. But ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about 8 NBA superstars that could be traded during this offseason. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Which one of these NBA superstars do you believe will be traded? Which one will not? Which one is your favorite? Put all your thoughts down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy. God bless you guys. And I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!